Morning folks, back to acrylic with this one. I haven't done acrylics for a while. This is the best setup I can get. If I tilt this more, the palette, it will, oh, a bit like that. Oops, let's see if I can just push it up a bit. Oh, that's what I was thinking. Don't want it to fall out, slide out. So, right, that should do. So this is the Marshland Stay Wet palette. It's got a membrane with a sponge underneath, and that goes over and that clips on the top. I've had this for 25 years, easily 25 years, more than that probably. Absolutely superb piece of equipment. It's not guaranteed airtight or watertight, but it does keep it moist overnight for a couple of days. In fact, it does keep it moist until the paint actually starts to separate. They're very good. This is a piece of acrylic paper, excuse me, or paper made for acrylic painting. But I've locked it in. It'll probably expand as it gets a bit wet. I've got some vet gel here. This is it's the stuff the vet uses to push their arms into cows and things. It helps to slide, but it doesn't stay blue. Once you put it on, mix it, it just goes transparent. It's very good stuff for acrylic painting. It's a lot cheaper than the extenders that you can buy. It doesn't hold it for wet for a long time, but it's just enough to work. Now let's do a let's do a sky. I'll draw something on here. Got my trusty pencil here, so let's hills. We're going to have some marsh grass in here. I sort of want to done in watercolour, some nice trees in the background, and we'll give that one a bit bigger, and we can have a bit of something there, and all this here we can put a bit of a hill there and a bit going up here. See how we go. Right, I'm using these inch varnish brushes. One is nylon. Right, I've got my camera quite high, and I've got this. It's a Pro Art. It's a good brush, but they're just a little bit too long for me. They're a bit too bendy when they're long, but it doesn't matter. They're lovely brushes. And when the ferrule departs company from the handle, just bring a couple of pins, panel or veneer pins through, snip them off, bend them over, and then they'll last forever. But the handle doesn't go into the ferrule very far. It only goes in about over 1/8 of an inch. They're cheap and cheerful, really. And I'll use other brushes for the detail. So let's get a bit of this, bit of that. Plenty of vet gel on there. Just get that. Charlie's back, the builder. He's got to level the floor in the bathroom. It's very, it dropped over the years because for some building reason, old house. And we go lighter as we come in into the foreground, or the middle distance, should I say. We'll put a nice cloud over that. Colours, usual colours, cadmium red, ultramarine, burnt sienna. It's a bit too light for my liking. Payne's grey, cadmium yellow, hue, and yellow ochre. They are all, I think they're artist quality. but some of the ones I've bought in the past come from Wilkinson's. It's a super, like a hardware store with a difference. Very good, but they did have a range of acrylic paint which they reduced to just a few colours, so I don't tend to buy much from them anyway, unless they've got a colour I particularly want. I use burnt umber. I always buy the burnt umber because that's a good priming colour, but I'm not priming this, I'm just going straight in. Let's just get that in like that. Drying quite quickly. Right, going to just clean that brush. Always have some water standing by. Don't let your brushes dry with the acrylic on because they will be useless. And if you get it on your clothes, get rid of it with some clean water and soak it, because it will, once it dries you'll never get it out. And I know that from experience. I'm cleaning that brush, put a bit of toweling, which I have. Right, I'll use this flat brush, this nylon flat now. Bit of this and that, bit of that, bit of the sienna. That's a touch of ochre in there. Oh, that's too insistent, that. You can go over this very quickly to your heart's content and just plod away. Oh, that's really strong, that burnt sienna. Got some lumps on there. Don't want them. Oh, where's that coming from? The membranes you can buy online for replacements. You can make your own. But it's very, very good stuff. A bit of cloud, bit of Payne's grey, bit of ultramarine. Probably don't like that. Paper's clogging. Better probably to clip it and then just stretch it out. Must be something in that way. Don't know. Oh, I bet it's coming out of the rag. When you cut the toweling to soak up the moisture, the bits, the loops in the toweling, you cut through them and you end up with lots of bits. That's what it is. Let's get that light back down to the bottom. There, how quickly you can work this. Quite extravagant on the old whites. I'll put some cloud in that, I think. I'm going to go back with the blue. I prefer the blue. Get some more white out. If you're going to stay with acrylic, best to buy a pot of the white, titanium white. It's not cheap, but it's very good quality. Plenty of power. I don't know how much I paid for this. I've had it years. Right, let's get this. I didn't like that paint spray, didn't really work. Didn't do me any favours. Thankfully Charlie hasn't got his radio. Because if I have to tell him to turn it down, because if YouTube pick up on their algorithms, you can get a strike against you. Right, okay, that'll do. I'll put in a bit of that background now, so we'll have just a red and a blue. more blue, I think. Try to blur your outlines. You don't want hard lines. Get them more blue. You just sort of blur it. It looks more real. Same with sea and sky. Bring the sea into the sky into the sea. Of course, you don't have to do what I do. No, I'm just feathering that. Okay, I think put that in the drink, and we'll start to put some trees. I'm going to do a lot more on the sky. See what happens. Look. So not great. Might as well use watercolour paper, which is cheaper. Well, no, I don't think so. All right, let's get some good tree colour in there. Well, get a bit of ochre, a bit of yellow. Just get a bit of background colour. I just broke one of my rules. Don't go up and make a double shape. You want to come down a bit with that. No. That's a sort of a field in the background there. I've got to cover it up anyway. Bit of yellow. Lovely yellow. Cage yellow, just not sure about that. Alright, let's get some good blue, red, yellow. You can shortcut it by using Payne's grey, which I'm going to do. I think the Payne's grey is a better green. Payne's grey, very useful colour. I'll change that. I'm not like happy with that. Let's get that get horizon in there. Using quite a bit of impasto there. Right, okay, well that's a background. I don't like that. Yeah, I'm not happy with that. So let's just clean that off. I'll bring some of that sky down, I think, change the shape of that. Ooh, different colour, isn't there? Ooh, how did that happen? That's a better shape, isn't it? Let's just feather that a bit. That's picking up some of that yellow. Got to be careful there. Alright, well done. Let's put in some of this stuff here in the drink. Shake your brush, because if you leave your brush in soak, the ferrule itself there we go, gets filled with water and it starts to run into your paint or down the brush, so be careful about that. Alright, let's get a bit of light blue colour in here. A bit of blue, because it's reflecting a lot of blue sky. Right, there we go. Still, when that dries, I can sort that out. Now we're going to put in some land, bit of ochre and a bit of this, bit of that. Ooh, that's intense, isn't it? Quite. Oh, see, soften that. Can make a bit of green. Go into that water. Bit of white with that yellow, I think. Alright. So using the sides of the brush or the flat just to get that texture feel. Okay, different colours in here. Bit of dark green in there. Got some marshes there. I've got to get my level right there. Right, get that to yellow, that white, and we'll just level up here. Building up a nice surface on this. if you want, you can make all this slabby. I'd like to, but I've never really sort of cracked the technique of that. Right, let's get some of that colour there and just drag it down. Okay, let's get some nice shadowy colour in there. It's the best way I know how to do this is sorry about the noise, it's Charlie. Just try to put the reflections in first. Get in with some grass. Paint's grey and yellow. Get some dark reflection in here. Yellow. Still a bit tacky, but at least you can work quickly with acrylic because it dries so much quicker. Let's get some lights in that water now. A touch of the blue. So you create that illusion. We need much more dark down there. Let's try that. Paint's grey. And it's very strong, that. Oh, it would be better if that was green. Shadow. Much better green. See how useful the paint's grey is? Got to turn that into some marsh. So white, the tips. quite a big expanse of, well, hundreds of acres there, and we're sort of condensing it into a, what is it, what's the size? This is the paper I'm using, Data Rowney. 11 inches, 11.7 inches by 60, so it's basically 16 by 12. 197 by, you see that? Data Rowney, System 3 acrylic paper. Papier acrylic. Gosh, you paid £13.50 for that. It was half price. It's a friend. Got all this from a friend. Well, the papers and some acrylics. It's still a little bit damp there. I'm going to go over that bit. Let's get some of that in there. More white in there, I think. But just the tips of the grasses. That is toweling. What nuisance? I thought, what's that? I hope we've got that horizon horizontal. Yeah, more or less, I think. Get up high there. Just scumble over some of this, or drag. Just all adds a little bit of je ne sais quoi. Alright, let's get some of that yellowy, ochre stuff in here. Right, I'm going to do some work with the these stipple brushes. Well, here's one. Let's get a bit of white, a bit of that yellow, a bit of that. Oh, just give that impression of a lot of grass. This paper's going to weigh a lot more than it was when I started. Sort of dark greens, you know. I know we've got to make that water look like water. Put that in there. Get my nice nylon brush. I'll give these a good clean. Right, now we've got to go in amongst that bluey stuff there. Oh, just opening that water. See, it looks like water now because we're letting the light shine through the dark. reflecting just a bit of background. The blue. Okay, I've probably overdone that, but I've probably got a mount to fit this. Now I'm going to just go over that bit in the background. Dry the brush. Clean it. Now I'm going to use another dry bit of towel, give it a shake the bits out, and try and do some of that. Bit of blue. Alright, now we'll get some impasto in there, just a touch of sienna. Well, there's a bit of light cloud. More blue in that. Bring some of that with light colour back in there. Bit of movement. Okay, that's all I'm going to really do on that. I suppose you could put in a few poppies, can't you? Where's a poppy brush? There's a poppy brush. Ooh. The reds just sing against the greens. That'll do. I'm going to dismantle that now and put it in a mount. Ooh. Oh, this will fall on the floor. Bangs and crashes. Just move that out of the way. Find the mount. I'll just move that. Used to be over there, really. Does it? Or no, it needs to be that way. Right, mount. Double mount. Oh, I've got it dirty. So there we go. I've got another meadow. No, it's not meadow, salt marsh, Norfolk salt marsh. Except that you, well, see what you think of that one, folks. Hope you like it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.